I mean, we won, which is basically all you can ask for when you're playing in a tournament. You win. It was great. We were down actually, like really down. But we came back. The resilience pulled through. We pulled through. We got it. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, we fell short. We were up really good we were up it was 6-6 at half. We got the pistol, we got the bonus, but I mean, stuff happened that game that I don't want to repeat. Like our mental was down, everything was down. Like we lost all the rounds in a row, but I mean it happens. It's gonna happen in a game like Valorant, so we just gotta make sure that doesn't happen ever again. Um, Going into the game with the mindset that they are equal to us and that they are probably better than us, so we need to be playing better than how we usually are. So we need to be better than we need to like have the mindset that oh they're better than us, so we gotta take it that step up. You know? Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's so bad. Yeah. Uh, on the jet subject, a lot more raise, very much more raise heavy comps. Uh, Running more, let's say, meta comps now because jet's out of the meta, raise is in meta, so we're doing more raise, we're doing more double smokes, stuff like that. Yep. Thank you.
Muted. Yeah, you're muted.
Oh, hey, I got was I muted that whole time?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me I was muted that whole time?
We couldn't tell until like right now.
Well, I apologize, stream. I have been asking so many questions, and that was really good conversation. But listen, we just got these headsets in,
They're
just
very nice.
literally reconfigured our entire stream setup from our standalone mics to having these headsets. But it's fine. Listen, tech issues, first stream of the year. That's why it's the first stream of the year, and we're doing it during qualifiers rather than waiting on matches. But to recap, what I was saying. The team we won our LAN tournament. Tristan talked on that a little bit, so we won. It was a good gauge of where we are coming in. Tristan noted on the meta changes. He noted on the new map. Not a fan of the new map. Kind of just talked about where we are going into this year and how they've had to adapt. And we did end up losing our first qualifier match on Monday. Unfortunate, it was a close loss, but we got 4 more. HSEL does have a new format this year, so before it was just the fall major. Everybody was in there. You would queue in against the opponent. This year they do have a new division. It's called the Premier Division. The top 8 teams in each division qualify. So really aiming to be one of those top 8 teams. Have more of a standard format of schedule. We know who our opponents are going into each week. It's just a round robin leading into the playoffs at the end of the year in order to qualify for nationals. So we are looking to be one of those top 8 teams. And you being at the LAN, seeing where our team finished, seeing how they played that entire time. What are your thoughts on the team going in?
Well, I know last year they didn't finish off the season as they have hoped, but they had a very strong match last like 2 weeks ago in the tournament, just coming out from losers bracket and coming back all the way to beat Cathedral again in the finals. It was just nothing short of amazing. It was great. I think the key word there was persistence from Bosco Tech, because they lost that first match against Cathedral, and they had to climb out of the losers bracket and played all the way till the end, and ended up finishing off with a W at the end. So it was just great, strong start for them, and hopefully it's a look into the future for what they can do this season. So.
That is one of the hopes. I do think that is a word that describes our team the best here, especially our Valorant team, is just that resilience and that persistence. When they do get knocked down, they just find a way to battle back. So that's what we are really looking forward to them hopefully doing today. Is they had that first map lost, coming off that land win high. You're just kind of coasting, you're feeling good, maybe just not putting in like the most amount of time that you need to be putting in, and you're feeling relaxed because I mean you just won a tournament. Like you won an in-person tournament, first in-person tournament. You're just riding that high. You don't really feel like you can be touched, and then you come into your first qualifying match of the year and lose. So really hoping we're able to bounce back here today. We should be knowing who we're facing here pretty soon. We'll get the name up, get in lobby, and start getting all set. Any other notes from you?
Well, as you said, they lost that match on Monday. Very humbling. They were riding on that high from the tournament win. So now, like you just said, chance to bounce back. I think they'll come out in full force today and just really show the entire league who they are and what they could do from last tournament, and they'll play their best today, hopefully.
And yeah, so okay, we're working out all the stream kinks here. We got a new production team. Last year it was just me running everything all year, so we do have a team here this time kind of running things and just working out the kinks of how this is going to go. End of season, it's going to be pro level. I mean, programs are going to look at us as hopefully the staple of what we're building here. That's the whole goal here, especially what we're building, playing on campus, getting all the stream setups, getting everything going, trying to really just pave the way for the high school scene that is just growing rapidly. So working out some of the kinks here, trying to get everybody up to speed and teaching them what to do. So I said queue up a be right back screen and just a little premature click there, but again, those are just the kinks we're working out here. I am really looking forward to the casters that we have this year. We will have casters all year for all of our matches. I will not be on the desk this year, which I'm kind of thankful for. I know we didn't even have casters until playoffs last year, so really excited for our students who are volunteering their time and really putting forth the effort to make the production as best as possible. So I will be bringing up our other caster who will be helping on this match, as well as a lot of the Overwatch streams as his specialty. I think your specialty is Rocket League, so hopefully they'll grow on the Valorant matches. I mean, it's a process of just getting better as the year goes on, and I hope you all enjoy it. So I will be bringing up Luis Camacho. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
I was hoping I said that right because I'm really bad with names. So I will be bringing him up, and we will be just cutting to be right back screen as we get into lobby and get all set up, and we'll see you guys soon.
the Valoant stream today. We figured out which school we're gonna fight against. Bosco Tech's gonna be fighting against Harriman High School on Split. So right now Bosco's gonna take the attacking position while Harriman's gonna take the defending position. So Luis, what do you think? I'm being joined by my co-caster here, Luis Camacho.
Hello, everybody.
So what do you think, Bosco? What do you think the game plan Bosco needs to have to start off strong?
I believe Bosco needs to start off strong, as is proven by history. A good start always leads to a good end. So I believe that Bosco Tech will have to start aggressively, but tactically, to get the advantage over Harriman High School.
Yeah, obviously. So Split is a very complicated map, you would say, right? It's a lot of nooks and crannies there, right?
Yeah.
So Bosco's gonna really need to be, and also Harriman's gonna really need to be checking their corners here, especially. There's just a lot of places to hide and a lot of places just to surprise attack the other team.
Yes. Pre-firing is gonna. It looks to be that
Select
pre-firing
your
will be
agent.
king at this map, as due to the circumstance of a lot of corners, it will be a very, very intense map for our Bosco team.
Alright, we're gonna start off here, moving into Split 3 for one of the first games of the season for Bosco Tech. Last year they ended off on, they made playoffs, ended off on a loss, not as they would have hoped. But looking for a strong start this season. They had a match on Monday which they unfortunately did lose, but in light of their losses, they had a LAN tournament 2 weeks ago here at the Tech, and they ended up taking away with that one, getting the win against Cathedral in the final round. Luis, mind telling me how Bosco ended up getting there?
We'll say I was at that tournament and wow, it was incredible. Bosco Tech used an incredible amount of corner tactics. Even though the Cathedral game was very hard, very challenging, as they lost through a very, very tiny gap of rounds, but it was still a great game. Bosco Tech still, as proven before, learn from their mistakes and improve, as shown in every single Valorant game that they have displayed over these 2 seasons.
It looks like here Bosco's already setting up on the attacking side. It looks like they're going to have a couple on middle and around 2 on the left side, looking for B right here. And then Harriman High School kind of focusing on A here. Let's see how this works out as we count down into the first round of the game.
We're off!
Alright, Bosco looking for the left side adjustment here. They're going to move in through middle. Majority of Bosco Tech is in middle right now. And it looks like there's some conflict here in middle. Also, Arrow knocks him down already. Arrow's going to transition back to safety right there. And already, Bosco starting off strong. Arrow with the kill.
Good start by Bosco, as you said, Jose. It looks like Harriman High School is at a disadvantage, as Bosco Tech may have trained for this because it's one of their weaker maps, but thankfully they have worked on it since last season.
Yeah. Obviously, map superiority is key here in this game, and just game as a whole. And looks like they're going to be switching sides here. Start off on the left, they're going to push up A. Harriman kind of rushing back. Looks like they're going to full push on A, and all Chaos going to do now.
Well, I think the chaos just started because the teams are starting to have a confrontation with one another.
Macha's planting the spike already. 40 seconds in. Spike has been planted, and already 2 of Harriman's agents are already low on health.
They're defending quite frankly good, but they still need to push to defuse the spike. If not, Bosco Tech will happen.
Blinded.
Bosco Tech, it is a 4v5 here. Zero just knocked another one, makes a
4v3.
Right here on that. Zero with
One
another
enemy
kill.
remaining.
Oh!
And just like that, it's all over.
Good quick round for Bosco Tech.
Strong start there.
Then do it again.
Zero and Arrow with the leading in those kills there. So very good. Alright, so moving in around 2, Bosco just needs to keep up this momentum here. They started off strong. They continue being strong here.
Yeah, I agree. Bosco Tech needs to keep that strong pace if they want to win this match, Jose.
Down, last 5 seconds. Here we go.
2, 1, round 2 starts.
Bosco starting off in a similar formation as they did last round. It looks like it was a full push by Harriman High School in middle here. And Arrow is down already. Arrow with another kill.
Oh my god!
That's a 3 kill on Arrow.
One enemy
He making
remaining.
4.
Oh my god, dude!
Arrow is absolutely cooking right now.
Arrow with 4 kills, taking up almost the entire enemy team.
What a play by Arrow, and they
Wow.
just a quick, just like that, and it's a snap. It was all done. So, wow. So
Great display by skill of Arrow, as you mentioned. Timeout being called by Harrington. Well, I would do the same, honestly,
Yeah.
after that.
So, Harriman High School with the timeout there, absolutely just very quick rounds there by Bosco, starting off very strong in the attacking role, and even when Harriman's trying to push up middle there, Arrow just punishes them in the middle, right? Luis, what do you have to say about those last 2 rounds?
Incredible performance by Bosco. They are taking control of the match for now. As you talked about, Arrow with that incredible play, taking out 90% of the enemy team. Harrigan High School needs to step it up if they want to win this match.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously there's a lot of matches left to be played here, but I mean, if Bosco keeps playing like this, they can easily steal the win already. So they just need to stay consistent and keep up that fast break that they've been doing offensively against Harriman. And timeout's over. We're gonna be shooting back to the gameplay, and let's see how Bosco's gonna play here. We're gonna start off here A site. Looks like Harriman's gonna split up their forces a little bit. Majority's at A site.
Yep.
Bosco's gonna rotate back to middle. Seems like they're gonna.
It looks like they're gonna take a slower pace for this round.
Mostly split up their forces, but that's what you got to do here on split, right? I mean, it's in the name. I mean, splitting up your forces is key here, especially if you want a broad range of the map. And it looks like we have 4 of Bosco's agents pushing up middle. They're gonna move up middle here.
It looks to be a tight situation there in the middle.
Silence before the storm, right?
Yep.
We got 2 near B for Bosco, and the rest
Holding the fort.
yes are in middle. Counting down to 1 minute already. And neither side willing to move.
It looks like Harrington has taken a slower pace due to the amazing play that the Bosco team managed to pull off.
They tried to be aggressive last time, and it obviously did not work out for them. So
Yeah. Whoa. What did I just miss? Arrow again with another kill.
Arrow just on a roll here already in the first 3 matches. Looks like Bosco's gonna full stand here on A. There's only one of Harriman's teammates on A with some backup coming in. Let's see if Bosco can plant the spike before any more backup comes.
30 seconds left.
Absolutely, Jose. Look at this planting
down.
Spike has been planted.
It's already 1 down. Bosco's down to their last 3.
A 4v3 situation. What a comeback. Oh!
Sprite with the kill.
I spoke too early.
Confrontation here. Maka fighting another one. Maka kills 1 down. And now it's even. 2v2 here.
2v2 situation. Could Bosco Tech pull off the win?
Spike is down. Just holding corners here.
It's a classic Mexican standoff, Jose.
Last player
Oh!
Just like that.
Harrington takes the round.
At the same time, Harriman High School takes the win there. And let's see if that will be a shift of momentum for
our Bosco team.
Harriman High School.
They played great, a little too defensive in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it was a great match either way.
Yeah, obviously from the first 2 rounds, the Bosco was very aggressive. So maybe playing a little more slower approach will not help them in this situation.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, splitting up their forces kind of worked in the way of Harriman High School, which they were defending, so they could just cover more ground easily. Bosco really need to be on the attack there. Just really close
Yeah,
round.
I agree. Bosco Tech had a very good opportunity with the aggressive play at the beginning of the first 2 rounds, and now that they went for a more defensive pace, it really affected their overall performance on the 3rd round.
All right, counting down now. We're back in. Bosco heavily on that left side here. Maybe looking for a little B push here. Going full attack mode. It seems like not splitting.
Yep. That could be a disadvantage as they could be picked off quite easily by the enemy. Even manage to have a possible collateral.
Yeah. Pays off. There's only 1 at B. Here we go full on push. And here comes the rest of Harriman High School moving in. They're absolutely sprinting the B now. Hopefully they can pick up some conflict here. And already 1 down that was at B. So, spike has been planted just as backup arrives for Harrison High School.
Ooh, it looks to be a tense game, Jose.
Full push in. Christian with the kill there.
Double kill.
1 enemy
kill.
remaining.
From behind. Maka, another kill.
We're in a 3v1.
3v1 here.
Oh, tight situation. Oh! Down. Bosco Tech takes that round. What an incredible performance, and as actually that round was very tight.
That was very tight.
As the one member from Harrington almost could have pulled off a full team clutch.
Yeah, well, Bosco right there just full on sended to B, and Harrison was left unguarded there. So, here we are in the buy phase again. Countdown the last 5 seconds here. Here we go, they're off. It looks like Bosco's going to do a turnaround here, sprinting to A.
Going more
Full forces at
aggressively
A.
for this round, I see.
I've got your
Looks like
trail.
Bosco Tech is regaining the same strategy that they managed to pull off.
Here comes the other school. Conflict up the front. Zero double kill already. And it's just like that's a 5v2.
Yeah.
Checking corner, Zero from behind. No one saw it. Zero goes down.
That's the importance of checking corners, Jose.
Yes, they had 2 men there, and obviously the other one did not see it.
Oh!
Another kill.
And
No,
One
Pinocchio
enemy
just
remaining.
now Simp with the kill and Spry. 3v1 here. And now they know where Pinocchio is, huh?
looks to be a tight situation for Pinocchio, as he is kind of in a difficult clutch situation for it.
Yeah, the spike's still good, counting down, so you got to think about that one too.
Yeah.
And I don't think if Pinocchio can wait so much longer now.
Yeah, especially that he has to confront 3 other people to defuse the spike.
And I don't think he's going to be able to get there.
It looks to be that attackers win.
Spike has been down. I mean, there's nothing Pinocchio could have done there. I mean, there was nothing much he could have done, honestly, in that situation. He took down 2 of Bosco's guys, but 3v1, very hard, along with the spike coming in. Maybe just you got to give that round to Bosco.
Absolutely.
There.
Bosco Tech cornered Pinocchio into a point that he couldn't do much, as it was either going against the other 3 guys of Bosco Tech or trying to defuse the spike quietly, which would take a lot of time.
Here.
Buy phase has started, and the round has also started. It looks to be a calm approach, but Bosco Tech goes for the looks to have the first kill of the round.
Bosco's doing a full push here in the middle. I mean, middle's the key here on this map in split, because if you can capture middle and get control middle, you can take any other spot there, right?
Absolutely. Looks to be a whole little high ground advantage.
Right there on Heaven, just Zero with the kill on Heaven. Sniper shot. Arrow is down. Tristan's gonna plant the spike here at B.
Oh!
Pinocchio with another shot here. Pinocchio just picking off some of Bosco's
Last
players.
player standing.
Pinocchio. Sim takes down Pinocchio. Set.
Oh, down. And looks like
that's the end of the round.
Looks like Herman High School is going to take this round. I mean, this is the first time this game that Herman High School's got a positive player count against Bosco.
I agree.
And you see the strategy there, they kind of just surrounded B-side. Bosco taking advantage of that Heaven high ground, right?
They are starting to get used to Bosco Tech's more aggressive play style.
Maybe Bosco Tech needs to switch it up here in order to steal another round now. But already 6 rounds in, Bosco is really taking initiative here, being very aggressive. Harrison's starting to switch up their mentality here, but I think, again, consistency is key. Let's see if Harrison can maybe take another round here.
I agree. If Harrison keeps these up, they might be the winners of today's matchup. But looks to be 10 seconds before the round starts.
4-2, Bosco with the lead.
Time to explode.
What do you think, Jose? How is it looking up for Bosco Tech?
Honestly, the key players here, Arrow, Zero, and also Simpin with a couple kills there. So we can see the scoreboard. Zero with 7, Arrow with 6, Macho with 5. Just Bosco Tech really carrying their weight too. And I mean, Harrison team with pretty even kill counts. It just comes down to the strategy there. They both teams have shown that they can get kills and they can kill the opponents very easily. It's just down to how they play it and how they attack it. Bosco's going full B here again, just like last round. And you can see they're kind of doing a little pinch maneuver here.
I agree.
No pinch. Let's see, they worked last round. Let's see if it works this round.
Okay.
It appears to be that it's kind of working for this round. Bosco Tech is having a great numbers advantage in a 5v3. 5v2.
Enemy remaining.
Arrow with 2 kills.
5v1.
Arrow with 2 kills. Arrow with 3 kills to win the round there.
Bosco Tech takes that round. What an incredible performance.
Arrow with OMG, just on a roll here. Look at that kill count. 9 kills by Arrow. And he saved Bosco last round. Just
absolutely.
down 5 to 3 in player count. And Harrison had the high ground.
That works.
Absolutely.
So Harrison had the high ground there. And Arrow just saw where he was aware of where Harriman was. And just got the kills there. Just smart plays. by Arrow.
Absolutely. But a key factor for the enemy's team is Pinocchio. Pinocchio has been having an incredible performance so far.
Just picking off players one by one.
Yeah, so Bosco Tech needs to keep that in mind if they win.
Speaking of Pinocchio, he picks off another one. 0 here, holding in on A. And just, you don't want to find Pinocchio
You
on
will
those
not
long
kill my
corridors
ally.
there, because with his gun, he'll be able to pick you off. You won't even see it coming.
Looks to be his specialty to pick up people in long corridors.
Yeah. He splits not very, it has some corridors to it, but it's mostly a tight map, so. But even then, Pinocchio is still establishing his dominance there, so.
I agree.
That back.
Just kind of holding here at A. 4v4 tied.
A tight situation, as you say, holding off the center in one of the parts of the map. It could, well, Bosco Tech appears to be moving.
They're rotating back to B. I think Harrison's reading onto it. Looks like they're trying to bait him a little bit. And
Maybe.
Airmen split up their forces there. Evenly throughout the map. 1 at A, 1 at B, and 2 in middle. Let's see.
That could actually help them like they did
Bomb
last
buddy
time in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, the closer you are to a site, the closer you are able to help out.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds countdown here. Boston needs to start doing something, or else they might lose this.
Satchel out.
Looks to you that Bosco is pushing.
Move there. Oh!
Oh!
Lost his track. Storm Painter and Zero ends up dying there, but Sim picks up with the trade there.
Oh!
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio taking that.
Another trade from Pinocchio to Matcha.
10
And
seconds left.
Macha plants the
Spike
spike.
planted. Hawk out.
2v2. With 2
Blinded.
trades now, we're tied again.
Last player standing.
Uh-oh, surprise.
1v2 situation. Can Bosco pull this off?
Ager with the shot, and Arrow, rare occurrence there, lost that battle there, even though he knew it was just a battle of wits there. Just both saw each other and just about who can pull that trigger faster. And Harriman takes the win there. 3-5. Harriman making a little comeback here.
Yeah, I agree. Something that Bosco Tech needs to focus on is to be less, let's just say, more careful for the later rounds. As you say, he didn't react as quickly, and one of our players actually gave his back openly to one of the enemy players.
Yeah, just like really quick, making that quick decision, not checking the corridor. There's just a little mistake there. That happens. A lot of more rounds to be played here, but
Those little mistakes are key because they can always give you the advantages through the later rounds.
yeah.
That's a good
Good
start.
matchup so far by the both teams. Looks to be a more aggressive type
Full
of
push
matchup
on
here.
B now. And
Harrington being a little more aggressive, holding Bosco Tech down.
Pinocchio just holding that corridor there, especially there from Harriman. Just holding that B corner. Bosco's just kind of stuck there, just getting pulled out. They need cover from something. They can use also one of their gadgets here. Maybe that can help aid them. And look, Tristan starts something here. Oh, water, the ice wall there. That kind of helped. But Pinocchio just a triple kill.
That made it cost them the round.
Yeah, that might have cost. Matcha with a kill there. Another one on
Wild
Pinocchio. Matcha got a little get back there. 3v2 here. But obviously Harriman has the advantage here, just holding Heaven on B in that little high ground spot. That ice wall there by Tristan might help them, but
Blinded.
of course.
Question is for how long?
Yeah.
There are 40. Oh my God! What a kill!
Little trade here. Maka with
In a
Looney.
1v2 situation.
Can he get the spike down?
30 seconds left.
It looks like he's not gonna find the spike.
Oh! What a
Almost there. Just that's where numbers really helps you out, where the amount of people in numbers.
Say something.
Because even though
Sorry. Ears
was it Maka? Maka
Yeah.
Maka saw one of the players. Matcha saw one of the players. He
He
did not
couldn't
see
react fast enough to
the
take
other.
out both.
Yeah, I mean that's why you have them on 2 different levels. You have one on Heaven, you have one right in front of him. And obviously, I would trade that kill. I would trade Matcha killing the guy in front of you for him dying on Heaven there any day. So,
Absolutely. That kind of positioning for Harrington was incredible, as it gave him, even though a slight time advantage by a couple seconds, it was enough to win the round.
Yeah.
Satchel out.
Trade here. 4v3. a disadvantage. They know they know that Harriman likes to set up on those high ground spots, and they know how to block it. Now Match is gonna plant down the spike here. Arrow's gonna plant down.
Spike drop.
Absolutely, it's looking good for Bosco Tech.
Bosco
so
just
far.
got a hold here. All they gotta do is just play defense here with the spike down. 4v3,
You are
they can really
divided.
last out here. The thing with Harriman holding the high ground here in this defensible situation, they need to make sure the spike does not get planted. If
Agree.
the spike gets planted, then
They
there's
have
no
to
reason-
they have to give up that high ground.
yeah, there's no reason to attack.
It looks that Bosco Tech covering both entrances for the spike.
And it's all silence now. There's a wall set up. Tim's gonna point
Good
down.
blocking is concealment.
Whoa!
He's blocking, and here come the fireworks. 2v2,
Last player
and
standing.
perfect
One
positioning
enemy
there.
remaining.
Nice win by
And
Bosco
the
Tech.
enemy was
Perfect
punished.
positioning, like we said last round, where Harriman had the high ground and had that positioning. This time, it's on the flip side of that coin. Bosco had the positioning, just Matcha baiting them into the thinking that he was in the corner. They end up getting the kill
I
on
should play
Matcha,
some
but
Astro Stars
Simp
in this
just
reality.
ended up finishing them off there with two kills there. And let's look at the kills here. Pinocchio just absolutely holding his weight and carrying the team, I would say right now, because a lot of his kills have been, even though he has 13 kills, most of those kills have been very
there.
influential in changing the tides of the match when holding those long corridors. Moving around 10 here. Looks like Bosco's gonna hold the middle there, the middle. Couple Bosco moving up B. There's just a split.
Grenade.
0, pushing up middle.
Satchel out.
B's the player. Oh, from behind. 0 does not know what's coming. 3 kills already.
My ult is ready.
Arrow with double kills. And just changed the tides there. Airman had a great start.
Last
Kills.
player standing.
And there's only one left. Can Arrow pull it out? No, he cannot. Spike's been planted. They're gonna take that one. Just from the start of that match, Harriman had the advantage. They got 3 quick kills off the bat. Arrow was kind of there to change the tide, make it a 2v2, but by then it was kind of too late. Harriman had the positioning they needed, they wanted, and got the win there.
Last round
Absolutely,
in the
Jose. That was
half.
an incredible matchup, but still very complicated to achieve a win in Bosco.
And Harriman kind of picking it up a little bit, 5-6, and just kind of coming up from behind here. And Bosco, this is the last round before they switch sides, so Bosco really needs to win this round here on attack.
I agree.
Arrow, 12 kills, Pinocchio, 14 kills, leaders of the match. You can see Bosco, though, carrying their weight, the whole team, 10, 12, 10, 10, and 8 by Masha, Simp, and 0. Tristan's been very helpful, too, with that assist of
You want
6.
to play? Let's play.
So, definitely the whole team's working together.
Yeah, strong
Just such a-
overall performance for the
Just
team.
such a close match, though.
I agree, especially with Pinocchio on the enemy team.
Looks like it's going to be a hard A here for the last round. Attacking round.
It looks like Harrington is holding down one of the corners.
Barrier created.
And they get the spike down. They planted the spike. This is where Bosco can hold out. Right when they plant the spike, they usually finish off with a win. Let's see if they can continue to do that. Some bolts there.
Looks like one player has to climb in here.
Last
Good
player
kill.
standing.
Just like that, man. 3 down. And Bosco fails to win the last round. And it's going to be a tie ball game going into the swap. So, okay, Bosco showed their attacking hand, and Harriman showed their defensive hands. Now it's time to see how they do on the opposite side. right?
Switching
Both
sides.
teams seem to be equally matched as they're
Yes.
heading down onto a tie. But tell me, Jose, what do you think will happen in the later rounds?
Bosco, I mean, they're better, I believe, on their attacking side than their defending side, but that doesn't mean they can't do good defending. They obviously understand the map well and understand all the components of the maps. Let's see if they can use that immersive high ground that's on split to their advantage here.
I agree. A high ground has been key, especially for Harrington in the past rounds.
By phase, counting down. First pistol round for the attacking side of Harriman High School and Bosco Tech. Moving down 5 seconds. Till start of the 13th game.
Grenade.
Slow start from both teams.
Harriman out of the gate, just going middle already. Bosco already split up their forces a little, and most of them are on the B side, and that looks like exactly where Harriman's going.
Looks to be that the strategies have changed from the first round.
Done with.
The last
Matcha with the kill. Matcha with another kill.
Spike
Trades off
down
there.
B. One enemy
good start
remaining.
by Bosco Tech in a
Here.
3v1.
Already, just Trish and Marcus taking all the kills there. Perfect round. And that was just very quick. It looked reminiscent of the first 2 rounds that we saw of Bosco, right? Just very quick, very effortless, and very clean by them. Already, Arrow's going in for that.
That works.
Let's see what they're going to buy here. And looks like, obviously, since Harriman lost that last round, they're going to stick to pistols here. And Bosco's going to have a little advantage here. Arrow's going for that sniper, kind of going the Pinocchio route here, trying to hold the corners.
I agree.
And
It looks to be a repetition from the first 2 rounds, as you previously
Focus
mentioned.
now.
But will
Eyes up,
history
you.
repeat itself with a good advantage for Harrington in the later rounds?
let's see. We will see. We will see. Counting down. Looks like Harriman High School is going to move in on A
Trap
site.
destroyed.
And that smoke is a good move by Harriman to stop Arrow. 1 down
Less
already.
individual.
And just think about this, the weapon disadvantage here. Harriman only has pistols. Bosco really needs to win this round.
I agree. Very hard situation for Harrington to win, so Bosco Tech needs to take this win so he can have an advantage over them for the next few rounds.
One enemy
0
remaining.
down. 0, double kill there.
Incredible win by Bosco Tech. Again, very dominant last first 2 rounds.
Very clean, very effortless looks like. Thing, like I said, this entire match, it's consistency. Bosco needs to stay consistent. They did not stay consistent last round. That's what kind of caused them to give up the lead. And now, they got 8-6, 2-point lead here. And Bosco needs to stay in the zone here. Looks like, finally, it's going to be kind of even here. Harriman High School's got their
Come on,
set of
let's go.
guns, their preferable guns here.
I
And
agree.
counting down.
Looks to be that this might equal the
Satchel
scales
out.
for Harrington, but with Bosco Tech's advantage for the first 2 rounds in the second phase, will that help them for the later rounds?
Yes. I mean, every round matters now for going to the later ones. And looks like already the first plant in 2 rounds by
Spike
Harriman High
planted.
School, and Spike's been down. Arrow kind of using that high ground on B. It's a full push on B here. Also trying to figure out an edge here.
Can't use that yet.
This will be a very, very tight game, Jose.
Can't use that yet.
Fry kills on Arrow there. Sees the turret there, moving over to 0.
Blasting that.
Oh!
Pinocchio!
Player standing.
Pinocchio with the double kill on Tristan and Matcha. And 0. Last one standing here. Odds are against them.
Oh!
Too late. Flawless. That might be the momentum shifter that Harriman needs.
Again,
Bang.
going back to the first 2
You're
rounds,
up.
this
Stay
history is
safe.
repeating itself, which may not be good for Bosco.
Yes. 8-7. Bosco Tech
1 second, peeps.
holding it on
I
by
got
a
visit
round.
Right there. Need a drop.
16th round here. And consistency. That's it.
Consistency, I agree.
Harriman gonna push A again like last time. Worked out for them last time. So this time Bosco
That'll
holding
work.
B. My misdirection here.
It looks to be a tight situation.
Arrow gonna hold that. Oh, beat to the punch there. Surprise. Immediately saw where Arrow was.
Reacted
Arrow
a little
was.
too late, and that cost him a lot.
You lost your high ground, you lost your long range sniper there, and already another quick early plant. And Harrison just showing
Spike
their guns
planted.
here already with in a 5v3.
Yeah,
No
oh,
fun
5B. Oh no, 4B2, excuse
Yeah,
me.
0 kills Stormy Tanner, and Spry gets a kill there on 4v2 here, Bosco Tech. They do have the high ground, but remember that Spike is always in the back of their mind. It looks like they're going to kind of do a little retreat.
I agree. Holding down is the best they can do for now, especially because they're in a numbers disadvantage.
You can't attack all of them, and once you got to pick them off. That's the whole key here.
I agree.
But the Spike, again, forcing time constraint. It looks like Bosco might just give the round to them here. I don't think Bosco's gonna try to give him any more points here to get any better weapons or abilities, and just give the Spike round to them. Tie game.
Well, they did it overall. They played well, but as you said, they got picked up
We're here
really
because
quickly,
we're the best.
which affected them with the time
Any of you
constraint.
forget that.
I think Bosco just needs to calm down here and not be so aggressive. They can play more. They are defensive. They can play more defensive. But again, Harriman's forcing them to make some moves. They are forcing their hand.
Agree. Harrison is adapting to Bosco Tech's more aggressive style. Now they're pushing them on the defense, something that is happening very constantly now in the later rounds. Could this be a key factor for Bosco Tech's downfall, or will the team rebound and get the W?
Let's hope it's the latter there, and round starts here, round 17. Looks like Harrison doing a little unconventional tactic, not full pushing, and just like that, Arrow's down again. Harriman just did a little flanking maneuver there. Three of their players, and
In a 5v4 situation, could this be key?
Harriman with an interesting tactic here.
It appears that he blinded.
An interesting tactic. They moved in from A, didn't go for A. They're gonna kind of pinch Bosco here at B. Spike is down,
Spike planted.
and Bosco's kind of just stuck.
I agree, they're pinned down against the corner. Harrington has the advantage right now, but could
Definitely.
Bosco Tech pull it off?
They just got to get out. They got to pick off some of these guys. Whoever's gonna make the first move definitely is probably gonna win that zone. Also gonna retreat backward and go behind B.
Oh,
Just picking
Last
them off.
player
3v1.
could this be a clutch?
One.
Sim takes down one.
Watch the arrows. You gotta watch the arrows here.
Ah!
And just what else could Simp do there? Arrow in from by Pinocchio and just easy kill there.
I see he was pinned down, although he could have been a little patient and wait out for the ultimate to pass out. That would have been more safer and could have given the opportunity
That's
to have
a
a
good
better
spot.
punch.
And then just Harriman here, just playing their hand. They're forcing Bosco to make moves here. They're forcing them to push, and they're just punishing them for that.
Exactly. It's all a chess game right now.
Yeah, so as you can see last round, Harriman pushed in from A. They didn't go from A, for A, even though it was open. They just sandwiched Bosco, and they just couldn't. They didn't know what to do.
Absolutely.
So 9-8. Harriman with the first lead in this game today. Minute 30, and a little quieter than the previous round has been.
Looks to be that Bosco is going more defensively now that they see that Harrington has some counter attacks for their more aggressive playstyle.
Yeah. And Spry kills Simp there. Maybe get a little trade here. Tristan fighting 2 at 1 right now.
Ooh.
And looks like Hammer's gonna try to do a little flank here.
I agree.
Matcha knows of them.
Spike planted.
Looks like that.
And Hammer's gonna spike down. Spike's been planted at B. So Bosco needs to make a move here to go to B, and it looks like already they're setting up at B. Harriman High School is setting up well.
Yeah, Bosco Tech more on the offensive again. Good Harrington planning to go more on the defensive side. Hold down a good
Arrow with the
position.
first kill in a couple rounds actually, and
What are we seeing?
Harriman set up to try to counter this. There's the spike there, and there's one holding corner there. It's just gonna see it. Free fire doesn't work. He's down.
Last
Little
player
sandwich
standing.
there, straight off. Just absolutely massacre by Harrison. They knew every single move, and they just threw him around, threw Bosco around, and
Calling timeout by
Very smart
Bosco
move.
Tech. Very smart move.
very smart move by Bosco. So okay, moving in to the 19th round here. Bosco really needs to change something up here. They've lost at least 3 straight rounds. And what do you think they need to do here?
Like, honestly, they need to adapt to the more counter style
Yeah.
that Harrington has. It's been key for the last few rounds. They've known how to counter Bosco Tech's aggressive style perfectly, Bosco Tech needs to go more on the offensive side, in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, as we saw just last round, Harrison planted the spike at B, knew Bosco was at A, and they just set up with a little 2-prone corner there. 1 inside the warehouse, 1 on the corner. And even though Tristan knew there was someone on the corner, he was able to sneak 2 kills at Bosco, and then just couldn't do a quick 180 and kill the guy behind him, and Jet just won the round. They set up perfectly. They know when to set up, they know how to set up, and Bosco's just playing right into their hands. So we're gonna go right back now to gameplay as timeout ends. Going into the 19th round here, Bosco really needs to make a change.
Agree.
Right there.
As again, it looks like Harrington is very used to
About
Bosco
there.
Tech's very aggressive
Again.
style. But will Bosco Tech finally manage to counter that defensive style?
Maybe the see, Harriman High School had momentum, and the timeout was hoping to stop that little momentum that Harriman had, and maybe give time for Bosco to reconvene and rethink their strategy here.
Agree.
And already starting off right, Spry with a quick kill. Spry
I
has a
know
lot
exactly
of first round
where
kills,
you
first
are.
blood kills here, and he always starts the round off strong.
Agree. He's starting very strong to give his own school a very good advantage against Bosco.
Spike planted.
And look at this, see, look. What Harriman does, they establish a perimeter around A, and they're not going to plant the spike is planted, and they're just full on attacking here.
They're just rolling through Bosco.
Last
Oh my
player standing.
And attackers with another quick win. And just obviously they're just wasting no time. Instead of like the Bosco route where we're planting the spike and holding down that spike area, Harriman's just pushing up like, oh yeah, leave one guy at the spike, but we are going to push up on your team, and Bosco just couldn't answer to it. They're just getting overwhelmed.
Agree. It seems like Harrington is changing playstyles as they're acting more unpredictably.
They're more aggressive. They could afford to be more aggressive with this lead here. And Bosco, they need to figure something out here. They need to get an early kill. That's their whole thing. They arrow dies early, or sometimes Simp or Zero dies early.
But the main thing is that Harrington is the team that's getting the first blood kill.
Yeah, that's the important part. That just sets the tone for the final round. And finally, like we were just saying, Zero with the first blood kill on Spry.
Spike down A.
Spike is down already. Spike was dropped, I mean, that A. Pinocchio with another kill, secret kill on
Concealment.
Matsudachi. You can't forget about Pinocchio.
One enemy
Almost
remaining.
with a double kill trade there.
Looks
Finally,
to be
Bosco with a positive player count. 2v1. Can they pull
Weapon
this out
here.
against Pinocchio? But Pinocchio knows what he's doing.
Agree.
So I wouldn't take this too lightly.
He has been in this situation many times as displayed in the first few rounds. So could Pinocchio clutch the match, or will Bosco take the W for this round and start a good course to win
They
the
obviously
match?
need this W here. in the
Last
corner.
player standing.
Oh, Pinocchio just read the corner so well. Just one look away, and that's it.
1v1. Those types of inconveniences can be key to win a round.
Yes. So just like last time, Pinocchio will pay you for that 1 millisecond just when you look away, and then that's it. You see the flash of light, and then that's it. You're dead.
Looks to be that corners are Pinocchio's specialty.
30 seconds left.
So will Bosco Tech take the W here, or will Pinocchio win it for Harrington?
I think Pinocchio right now, he's picked up the spike. He needs extra time here. So obviously 20 seconds, he's probably going to plant the spike here.
Looks to be that he's planting. Pinocchio is planting the spike.
Okay.
Spike planted.
Switching
Pinocchio.
the pace of the round as Bosco Tech.
Pinocchio with a spike down. Obviously needs extra time and knows how to get it. He knows he's up there. Tristan.
Tristan with a little free fire.
Barrier created.
He's gonna throw up a little ice wall there. Tristan does not know where Pinocchio's at. He is pre-firing. He needs to pick up the spike there. And as we can see, Pinocchio doesn't know where Tristan's at either. He might get a little...
Clutch.
Oh, Pinocchio with the corner again.
Pinocchio, like we said earlier, you can't take him too lightly. Just a 2v1 clutch. It did take a while,
Match
but you're
point.
playing Pinocchio's game there.
Exactly.
Pinocchio knew exactly what to do, held him out for as long as he can, and just punished him with a run-on kill.
Exactly. A player that can change the pace of a match
I
is a
should
very
probably play
dangerous
some stars in the
player,
astral plane.
especially like Pinocchio.
Yes. 12-8, and Bosco's chance, their opening here is kind of fading a little bit, as this will be match point for the attackers. Bosco just really needs to get a quick win here. Just that last round was so pivotal to the match, and Pinocchio clutched that in the last round.
Could this be the end of Bosco Tech? Or will oh!
Zero with a quick kill there. Walk it out, Zero double kill.
Spike down
Simp
B.
with another kill. Bosco's full on attacking here, playing the attacker's role. And now it's a 4v2, but I wouldn't put Harriman
Can't use
High
that.
School,
Knocking them.
just underestimate
that
them,
back.
because they know exactly how to play these.
One enemy
agree.
remaining.
One down in the corner.
Oh, what a clutch by Bosco Tech by winning this round.
They stay alive a little bit longer. 12-9.
Could this be an expense of the inevitable, or would this be a good triumph for Bosco Tech?
Bosco does not hear no bell yet, but it is still match point here. Bosco with their backs to the wall. They just need to play the same way. That attacking took Harriman by surprise. So let's see if they can react, or Bosco might do the same thing here.
I agree.
See if it works.
Let's see if they can keep it up.
Obviously, Pinocchio 22 kills already, and Pinocchio's just really just pivoting. He is the map. He just pivots every map he's on. He changes every course, and just like that one quick kill by Mancha,
Blinded.
and Harriman's gonna set up again. Set up near A spot again, and Monster's just gonna hold that.
Again,
down,
a very
2 kills.
familiar situation. They had them pinned down in that exact same point, but it looks like Bosco Tech has learned from their past mistakes.
Harriman,
Your
knowing
duty is not
that
over.
they were gonna set up there again, just anticipated that. Tristan with the kill, down to 4v3, and Harriman has a little advantage here. They can kind of play. Bosco lost that attack, and that might be the end of Bosco there. If they couldn't get that attack there, Harriman could just play their game.
Off your feet!
That Bosco wants to flank the enemy team, but with this BMP,
Bosco does the arrow there at A. That might not be the best of ideas. Arrow's one of their best players, and he's not in the place where he's most needed.
Last player standing.
Nothing there. And this might be
with this
Bosco.
BBN,
This might be it.
Spike planted.
Spike has been planted.
Arrow is kind of Pinocchio.
Oh,
Bosco's back
headshot by! Oh my God!
3v1.
Teleport's ready.
That side corner.
Nowhere to run!
Oh, holds it there.
1v1! Well, 2v1, excuse
2v1.
me!
What a play by Arrow there, knowing exactly when he's gonna pop his ultimate and just gets the kill there. See
That's
what
a
he
good
does
spot.
here.
They found my trap.
See that he's waiting.
One enemy.
Oh, another one! 1v1 for Arrow.
Excuse me,
Is he
I'm
gonna
working.
just fuse the spike here?
Oh, but from behind!
That's Arrow with the
Attackers
final stand, and it was just so close to winning that round.
I agree. What a match! It could have been a tie factor, but Harold's incredible counterattacks helped them win the match.
And just an incredible match there. If we look at the score there, Spry 22 leading the kill board, or actually Pinocchio was leading the kill board 24, and obviously Pinocchio. Can we talk about how pivotal Pinocchio was in this match, right?
I agree. He took down a lot of the Bosco Team's members, especially during long corridors and corners, as they basically a simple mistake as not putting attention to a simple corner basically gave Pinocchio a Christmas gift, which led them to victory.
We talked about that one round, that 2v1. How pivotal was that round? Bosco needed that round. It was 11 to 8, and 2v1. And Pinocchio was able to judge the map and judge the round to his advantage. Even with the timer clicking down, he planned the spike to give himself more time and get the kill on Bosco.
I agree. That high ground advantage too that Harrington High School was managed to use at its fullest extent. How they managed to, even in clutch situations when they faced one single member from the Bosco Tech team, how they changed up levels so that they would take time that they could counter use to kill that remaining member.
The key factor here was not only consistency from Harriman picking it up from the first round, but knowledge of the map and of what Bosco was going to do. Their predictions were very good about where to set up and where Bosco was going to be. Obviously, that's what was the deciding factor there, just to set up. And right when Bosco started being on the defensive side, you could kind of tell which way the match was going to go in terms of who was going to win.
I agree. Sadly, although Bosco Tech lost, they still gave a great match, even incredible performance by both teams.
Yes, obviously, very exciting match to watch. It was very exciting for me and Luis to commentate. Obviously, that was very good. So, Harriman High School takes this match 13-9. Bosco Tech adds another loss to this week.
But will Bosco Tech have a win for the future games?
And now our resident coach, Coach Shaq, is going to interview one of Bosco Tech's own players, and we're going to give him the mic here.
Heading to you, Shaq.
I'll stay, okay. Bye, Luis. All right. So, Coach, you saw the match as well as I did. What do you think? I think it's muted again. Luis kind of mutes it. Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. And just that's on you. You need to watch the levels and let me know if I'm muted. Because when I'm talking, you'll see it activate. Anyway, things we'll figure out. As I'm feeling, I'm frustrated. Um, very competitive person at heart. It's just I was right. So it's weird being in a position of like leadership versus competing myself because I did compete. I competed in Call of Duty for a couple of years. Tried my hand a little bit at Halo. But just like growing up, like sports and everything, like my entire family's just been very competitive. So
Yeah.
I very much want success for our players, for our program. Like I really do think we have the potential to be one of the best teams, like even in the country. Like we have good players, we have good coaches, we have the staff to do it. It's just a matter of buckling down and getting it done. And it's weird being in the position where I am because you're just sitting on the outside looking in, and it's like you just want you want it so bad for them, and like when it's just like it's like right within your grasp and they just don't quite get there. Like it's just it hurts for you. Like it's annoying because you know like you can they can get there, and so it's just like it's just frustrating to watch them get so close and then just fall that like a little bit short. So definitely just like frustrated from like that standpoint, but there's positives to it.
Yeah.
I mean, all year, I'll go into this with Josh more and get his opinion, but we've always been an attack-sided team. It's just how we are. We are very good on the aggression.
Yeah, it showed. It definitely showed. There.
Yeah, and you're able to make a little like a bit more mistakes on offense because you do just constantly have to push up and make that aggression and like do what you gotta do. And on defense, it's just not our strongest suit. And so that's the biggest thing is just buckling up on the defense. And it's just funny because like Call of Duty, for instance, like search and destroy, which is basically what this is.
Yeah.
You always want defense. Like every time you're playing, defense is always the preferred side. It's the easier side, just because they have to come to you. And so it's weird watching a game where our team is just so attack heavy. So when we do have to kind of just be like patient, our players who very much are just always chomping at the bit trying to get kills, they don't always take time to like settle down and read the situation from my viewpoint. But I'm sure they'll have viewpoints into that. Like it just feels like there's like overextending on some of those. Like we saw in that one round that ended up leaving Tristan the 1v1. There we had a 2v1 and bomb was down. They hadn't planted. Like you can just wait in those corners, but then you have that person who's pushing up towards spawn, and they end up getting caught out without the teammate there to make that trade. And it's just like those little holes that you have that we just need to tighten up going into this year. Losing 2 matches is going to be really hard to qualify for Premier. Like I said, it's only the top 8 teams, and I think there's a little over 100 teams. So I think 4-1, because you're only allowed to play 5 matches for qualifiers. I think 4-1 is going to be the bare minimum to get in. It might be 3-2, but that's when round differential comes into play. So it has been good that we've kept these close. I mean, 13-8 and 13-9, not bad games in themselves. I mean, we have a round improvement. But I think we need to win here out, and I think we need to win dominantly here out just to get that round differential in our favor compared to other teams.
Yeah, obviously not the best outcome you would want. There are some bright sides to look on this match. I mean, like you say, the round, at least they kept it close. Their attack at heart is very good. It's just, like you said, the minor details, the little things you gotta adjust and gotta fix. And I mean, I know how you feel. I mean, like when I'm rooting for my favorite sports team and they mess up, I'm like, oh, why did they do that? It's so dumb of them. Why didn't they do that, right? So it sucks. It hurts. But mistakes only make you learn more. So from what they can take away from this is obviously they just little minor adjustments that they can make.
And especially like growing and knowing the players too. I mean, like when you watch that pro sports team, you do kind of have that like anonymity to the players. You watch them, but being here every day, I mean, I know all you guys. Like I learn like about you guys. Like I learn about your life, and like I really grow that connection with you. And so that just like makes it almost sting a little bit more when we lose, just because you know like how much some of the players like take it a little bit harder and like how much you want it for them when you do have that personal connection. That just always makes it sting a little bit more. But no, a lot of promise going into this year. And again, even if we don't qualify for Premier for the fall, we can always qualify in the spring. Like, and it's not like the season's done. Like we have the major, we can win the major, still qualify for nationals through like the LCQ playoffs in the end. So we'll have that, and then in the spring we're just back at it again, trying to get into the Premier. Tomorrow we do have 2 matches for Rocket League. They start at 4:30, so any of you in stream who want to tune in for Rocket League tomorrow, we have 2 best-of-5 series tomorrow for them to qualify. I do think Josh should be coming over here pretty soon. Coach is just finishing up the last final talks with them, just talking about the match. So I hear a little commotion Lewis, you wanna go check and see if they're done talking? Just see if Josh is ready. Just talk to the IGL a little bit. Just get a little player insight here.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah. I mean, season's still early here. A lot to look forward to in terms of Valorant and of course Bosco Esports Rise and all. So.
Yeah. Got a promising season coming up. Official matches for everybody else start first week of October. Huh? Not yet. All right.
And we'll hold that a
So we
little
do
bit.
have. I mean, we have I think 48 kids in the program this year. So
Yeah.
we have Overwatch 2, Rocket League, Halo, League of Legends team. We have 4 Fortnite rosters actually this year. It's our largest Fortnite showing yet. I think 7 Smash Kids, and then a new addition this year is Mario Kart. I'm excited to
Yeah.
see how they go. Won't be able to get everything on stream. Most of our Switch games are pretty much just played. A lot of them play at home, so those unfortunately don't get streamed. But we will update on our socials as they're playing and getting those matches in on how they're doing. Lewis, is this yours? All right, you're good. Getting a couple notifications, so I gotta let you grab it.
Blown up. So, I mean, a lot to look forward to, a lot of promise in the program. Like you said, 2 matches tomorrow for Rocket League. Hope you guys tune in for that. Sounds like he's coming.
I know.
A lot of talk.
They're loud, yeah.
Eh.
Kids are loud. Yeah, he's done. Get him over here. Get him over here. Dude, these kids, man, I tell you, sometimes they just love wasting time. Bentley, what are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing, pup?
Interview right now to look into about just first-hand account of how this game went, and here he comes right now.
You're over there.
Man of the hour.
Mr. IGL1 himself.
Might be a little sweaty.
What happened? So, not the output we wanted,
No.
obviously.
Not at all.
Run us through it. I mean, how are you feeling? Obviously probably not great, but how are you feeling right now?
Compared to how I felt on Wednesday, a step in the right direction.
Monday?
Oh yeah, Monday. Today's Wednesday. Compared to how I felt on Monday, it's just a step in the right direction. It's definitely a big leap in who we are as a team. We showed some good signs on attack, but defense we've crumbled. We won those first 2 rounds, and after that we crumbled.
Yeah.
And definitely showed where the holes in our defense and just everything and how it didn't play out.
Why do you think you guys struggle on defense so much? Because you guys do. It feels like every attack round, every attack half, you guys come out strong, and you guys are really good on attack.
It's a lot of things. Comfortability is a big one. You know, we weren't taking advantage of who their team comp was, and I think it's partially my fault on not being able to read the aggressions, not being able to take advantage of one person's going to be peeking out with the gun, one person is not. Let's kill the guy who's not peeking out with the gun, and let's take man advantage, and then we win the round. Definitely not reading it well. Doing the same thing over and over again, being constantly pressured by what it felt like the same person every time. But I think these last 3 days have been a big step in who we are as a team, and we're gonna go back to the drawing board, I think.
Yeah. What do you guys need to change? I mean, it's gonna be hard to qualify. Obviously now, I think bare minimum is gonna be 4-1. Just how many teams normally sign up for Valorant? Some 3-2 teams might be able to squeak in, but that's just gonna be based on round differential. So you guys are in a decent spot for that. We talked about a little bit, just keeping the matches a little close. I mean, 13-8 and 13-9. Your round differential is what?
It's not
2, it's 5,
terrible.
and then 4. So it's only a 9. So if you win the next 3 in like pretty dominant fashions, I mean, you can get a high round differential.
You know, I think one thing I'm gonna tell these guys when I get out of this, forget your homework tonight. We're all gonna sit down. We're gonna have a fella to fella, homie to homie, vato to vato talk. That's what we're gonna have. And I think we're all gonna sit down. We're all gonna be like, okay, where do we want to go? We want to play serious. We don't have to play serious. We want to play serious. Let's lock the fuck in. Get on Kovacs. Get on AimLabs. AimLabs is free. And yeah. Excuse my language.
Yeah, I was just gonna say apologies for everybody watching. Yeah, that is a point that I brought up before. Is me and Jose were talking, that it did feel like a little bit, especially on Monday, like post-LAN, like you guys just came off that high, and we're kind of just coasting into the season, just feeling good. I mean, you just won an event, and
Yeah.
just kind of started off slow, almost. I wouldn't say ill-placed confidence, because I mean, you guys did win, but maybe just a little too confident for
So
what
one-
you were coming in.
yeah, one thing we had talked about was a lot of us we're good at the game. The person who plays the competitive the most is Tristan, and he plays like 4 hours a day or something like that, something crazy. But I don't play. Riley plays at like 11 o'clock and he's still queuing. Ryan plays with his cousin who's like a crypto thrower. And
We
then
do not condone crypto throwing.
unless you're playing against us, then it might be different, But a lot of us don't play ranked, and it's affecting our scrims and who we are. Basically, it gives us the overconfidence, and I feel like these last 2 matches, where we haven't done the worst, but we haven't done the best. But I feel like they're very humbling experiences, and I think we're gonna see where Friday takes us. I think we're gonna have a long sit-down conversation and go over one by one. What do we want to do? Why are we here? Basically, just starting all over again.
All right, well, I am looking forward to Friday. Hoping you guys qualify. I mean, if not, there's always the spring season. We can qualify for Premier. It's not like the season's over. You still have the fall major that you guys can win. So it's just a little bit different format. But we will be looking forward to Friday. Hopefully, you guys can come out on top. Maybe get a couple dominant wins here, and come out with a high round differential. And
let's hope I'm still here in the spring.
what do you mean? Yeah, you're coming back. You're not allowed to leave. But thank you everybody who tuned into the first stream. I know we had a little technical difficulties with some of the stuff just getting around for first stream. So hopefully those get ironed out just more and more as we practice this, and we have the new production team going through things. So thank you very much to everybody who stopped by, everybody who watched. Looking forward to a really great season. Hope you guys are able to catch most of the streams, follow along with some of the content that hopefully we'll be producing out here soon. And yeah, we will see you tomorrow at 4:30 for a couple Rocket League matches as they look to qualify for Premier themselves. Thank you, Josh, and